Look at this, episode 3. I've now made a trilogy. How cool is that? Feels weird saying episode 3. Well, it makes sense for you guys because you're watching this after episode 1 and 2. At least I assume you are. If you're the kind of person that's just jumped straight into episode 3, then fair play. That's good. Go and watch episode 1 and 2 afterwards, and this might make more sense. But it feels weird saying episode 3 because I haven't actually finished editing episode 2 yet, so it feels a bit disjointed, but I'm sure it'll make sense when you guys come to watch it. It is a lot warmer than it was last week. I don't know if you remember, I had a little moan tongue-in-cheek about how cold it was because it was -4. It's now 6 days later, so not even a week, and it's 8 degrees. So it's 12 degrees warmer than it was. The downside to that is, although it's warmer, it is pretty minging today. We had quite a lot of rain overnight, and we woke up this morning and there is no sky. Well, there is a sky, it's just above the clouds. It's just grey, overcast, windy, drizzly, foggy, and pretty minging really. So kind of wish it was like last week where it was cold but sunny. It's that annoying time of year where the clocks haven't changed yet. So sunrise is just stupid o'clock in the morning. I think it's like 6:05, something like that. Because this site is about an hour away from our home on the Somerset-Dorset border, it's kind of an hour away down getting towards Bournemouth area. It's quite a long drive to be getting up really early in the morning for. So we decided to camp overnight in the van, which was good, although I did not get a good night's sleep, so probably going to fall asleep soon. We're making our way back up to the field. You can see it in the distance. It looks like a really long way. It's about a mile and a quarter. So we're on our way. Not seen too many animals yet. Obviously seen every pheasant in the world again, as normal. Seen a couple of yellowhammers, red kites and buzzards. So actually, yeah, we've seen quite a lot. But no hares yet. Maybe this will be the first episode where I don't see a hare. They said that last time, and then there was one literally just down here, so we will see. Right, let's pick up the pace a bit and get out to the top of the hill and have a sit down. We have arrived at the area where we sat in the last 2 videos. Probably just going to have a little sit down here for half an hour, although I'm not feeling optimistic today. You might be thinking, why are you going to the same place 3 times in a row? Isn't that a bit boring? But to be honest, I think that's a lot of what wildlife photography really is. You know, if you've got like a 5% chance of seeing an animal when you come out, and you come out to the same place 3 times and sit there, you've got a 15% chance, haven't you? I don't think probability works quite like that. But you know, you get my drift. A lot of wildlife photography is just coming to places and spending time out in them. There's no real trick to it. It's just time, really. A lot of the time I see people on the sunset levels that get absolutely incredible photos of birds of prey. And then you see that they're retired and they spend literally every day there. So you know why now. But we're going to sit here for a bit and see what we find. I'm going to sit down and put my camo on. As you can see, Angie has already got her camo. Blends in quite well, I think. So in a perfect world, obviously we would put our camo on before we came up to this point, but we are not perfect people, so we're doing it now. In the first 2 videos, I was using the smaller 100 to 500mm lens. The advantage of that is that it's really lightweight, and I had a hurt foot at the time, so it was kind of a necessity. The downside of the 100 to 500 is it's quite a slow lens, but given that the first 2 days we were here, it was glorious sunshine, that doesn't matter. But now my foot's feeling a bit better, and it's miserable grey light, so I want the fastest lens I have. So I brought Big Bertha out with me today. It's an f4, so it's pretty good in low light. It's just a bit of a git to carry around. The other downside to this big lens is that when there's a little bit of a breeze like there is today, it's really hard to get stable B-roll because it's just like a giant sail, and any gust of wind just moves it enough to kind of throw your video off. But until someone makes a 600mm f2.8 lens that's like this big, we've got to make do, haven't we? So I had a feeling that this day was going to come. I think this is going to be the first and hopefully the last video in this series where I don't get to show you a hare. It feels really weird saying that to the camera because normally when I get to this point and I haven't found anything, we would just pack up our bags and go home. I would delete the video and you guys would be none the wiser. But as I've said, the point of this series of videos is I want to show you the honest side of wildlife photography, what actually happens, how much effort we have to put in, and the work involved to come and find all the animals that we get to photograph and show you on Instagram. We've been here for about 2 hours, and although we've seen lots of different animals and about 6 million pheasants, we have not seen a single hare. So we're going to wrap it up, we're going to walk back to the van, have a cup of tea, and then probably go to this little cafe that we wanted to go to last week but was shut on a Sunday. As it's a Saturday, hopefully you can get a cake and a coffee. I'll catch you guys next week.